Hello.
Namaste, Vaishnavi ji. The class at 1:30, no?
1:32 3:30 back.
Nobody has joined either on Teams or on Zoom.
Ma'am, 1 minute, we check the thing.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
हेलो.
हेलो.
यस वैष्णवी जी.
मैंने पूजा को बोला है कि आपको व्हाट्सएप मैसेज करने के लिए.
हाँ भेज दिया मैंने.
अबे जी, ओके ओके, ठीक है.
हाँ और पर टीम्स में भी कोई ज्वाइन नहीं कर रहा है. हेलो.
Hello, ma'am.
Nobody is joining teams also, no? That's the problem.
Sorry, ma'am. We can't hear you.
Is this the Teams
Hello.
call? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. I was talking to Vaishnavi Jain. Okay.
Okay.
Who all is there?
Ma'am, I am here. Prerna, Manasvi, and Shraddha are joining.
Just keep
They are
this
also there.
WhatsApp, keep the, okay,
I sent
okay,
it
you all
on
are on
our
Zoom.
unofficial group, so
Okay,
they
okay.
will join
Okay,
here.
fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Someone
you.
needs to, one second, someone needs to join Teams also.
Okay.
Just join
Okay.
and keep it. No need to be, the class will be on Zoom, but the Teams call needs to start because that's how your university tracks the classes.
Okay. Actually, now we are joining from our mobile only because laptop is not available, ma'am.
Okay.
So
All right,
from here on.
I'll talk to Vaishnavi. Hmm?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, can you all see me, hear me? Yeah? Audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, good. So we'll start today's class. How many of you remember what we did in the last class? What topic did we discuss? किसी को याद है? किसी को याद नहीं है? Prerna, you saying something? नहीं. Okay. So, you remember that we said that the main thing about our Indic knowledge and Indic sciences is that the concept of the Sukshma Sharira, right? What is the Sukshma Sharira? What does it do? Can someone unmute, give your answers? What do you know about Sukshma Sharira? Why is it so important? See, the Sukshma Sharira is where your personality is formed. Okay. One second, Vaishnavi ji is calling. Hello?
हेलो.
हाँ,
हाँ मैम.
okay. Uh, okay, I think recording is anyway going on. Okay. Okay. You need transcript or something? Okay, ठीक है. All right. Yeah, thanks. So this Sukshma Sharira, we saw that there are three Shariras, no? Sthula, Sukshma and Karna Sharira. What is the Sthula Sharira? Your physical body. Your Sukshma Sharira consists of three things we saw. What is those three things? We saw Manonmaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, and Vijnanamaya Kosha. Now, the Sukshma Sharira is the most important, we also saw, because that is where all your thinking and everything happens. So, the personality, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, the intellect. So, whatever makes that person him or her, right? That all of that, the blueprint of that is in the Sukshma Sharira. So, that's why when we look at a pair of twins, their Sthula Sharira might look the same, but their personality is different because the difference is in the Sukshma Sharira. We also saw in the earlier classes that how we get the inputs of the external world via the indriyas. So through the eyes, ears, nose, we hear, learn everything. Okay, and that information is passed to two things: manas and buddhi. Does anybody remember what is the difference between manas and buddhi? So we saw that if you take very immediate reactive kind of decision making, it is manas. And if you think intellectually, use logic, etc., it is buddhi. Okay. So manas is basically, it takes the inputs, and manas basically very quickly, it decides. It moves towards likes and dislikes. So whenever manas is operating, we operate based on likes and dislikes. This is nice, this is not nice. This is good, this is not good. Manas is basically very, you can say, reactive part of us. Okay. And it is the subconscious way in which we operate. Buddhi, however, is where we use our intelligence. So when we take decisions, we use buddhi. So if I pick up, let's say, a sweet and I eat it just because it's tasty, that is basically manas. If I do something after thinking completely, then it is buddhi. So most of the things which we do without thinking, just because it's nice like that, based on that kind of a behavior, that is all manas. And whenever we use our discretion, our intellect, our knowledge, that is buddhi. Now, both manas and buddhi is in this class, what we will do is we are going to understand how do we take decisions. Okay. What is the process by which we take decisions? How does decision making happen? And how do we know whether our decisions are correct or not? So I just want to know whether you are all there with me in the class. So those who are still listening, can you put a thumbs up to show me that you are still listening? Okay, Meghana is in the class. Santosh is also in the class. Very good. Everybody else is asleep. All right. So what we will be doing is understanding this whole process of decision making. How do we take decisions? All right. And how do we know what are the right and wrong decisions? Oh, Santosh has put a no. What is that no? You're not asleep? Is that the no? Okay. So the first thing before we start is that there is something called vasana. Does anybody remember what is a vasana? I would like someone to answer. Unmute yourself, even if it's wrong. Manasvi, are you there? Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What do you all understand by the term vasana? Do you remember?
Vasana means desires, ma'am.
Vasana is basically past impressions.
Ma'am, Vasana is like what we have learned from the future, past experience, and how we are implementing or interpreting them now.
Correct.
After knowing the three gunas, that is tamas,
Correct.
sattva, and rajya.
Correct. So vasanas are basically, so that's, it's written here in the slide also, right? So whatever we understood something in the past, that is a vasana. Okay. So I saw a fruit, yellow color fruit. I didn't know what it was. I smelt it. It seemed okay. I ate it. It was very tasty. It's a mango. Now I've learned that mangoes are tasty. That's a vasana. Okay, the first time I eat it, it's called a samskara. And then if I keep on eating it, then it's a vasana, it's a tendency. Oh, now mangoes are very tasty. I like to eat mangoes. So we experience something and then we decide whether it's good or bad. And that forms a vasana. So like that, I ate bitter gourd, it's not tasty. So that's also a vasana. So I always avoid bitter gourd. I always eat mangoes. These are vasanas. How do these vasanas form? Based on our experience. Okay. Now, the vasanas are both. You have vasanas which are very instinctive, and you have vasanas which are also based on thinking. You should not trust strangers because they will cheat you. That is also a vasana. Okay. Oh, don't, we can eat junk food because it's tasty. That is also a vasana. Okay. So vasanas can be subconscious, they can be not subconscious also. All right. So is this clear? What is vasana? Vasana is basically based on our past experiences. How did we learn? What did we learn? Okay. And how that learning is affecting our future actions. That is basically vasana. Any thoughts over here? Any questions? Do you all understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So deep-rooted impressions, desires, and tendencies based on the past experiences. Okay. So what we call habits, mental conditioning. Whatever influences our thoughts and actions. Whatever makes us get attracted to certain things. Naturally, we feel some attraction and repulsion from certain things. This is the vasana. Okay. Some people naturally like art. Some people are not at all interested in it. Some people are naturally drawn to music. Okay. So even our habits and all, they say that these are the vasanas that have come from past lives. Okay. So vasanas, it's not just whatever we develop in this life. Vasanas come from the past lives also that we have left. As you know, in the Indian tradition, we believe that we have multiple lives. We believe that once we die, the Stula Sharira is dropped and the Sukshma Sharira gets attached to a new Stula Sharira through the process of birth. Okay. So this Sukshma Sharira is where the vasanas are there. So even when we move from past life to current life, and after you die and you move to a new life, that vasanas keep getting carried from life to life. Okay. This is what they believe as part of the tradition. So many of the vasanas that we have, like, so for example, some people have phobias. So you are afraid of water. Some people are afraid of dogs and animals. They can't explain why they're afraid. They don't know. Some people are afraid of heights. They don't know why they're afraid. Whenever you don't know why something is happening, but you're still not able to control your behavior, okay, that is also a vasana. So you have vasanas which are coming from this life. You have vasanas which are coming from past. Some of this past you can remember. Some of the past you can't remember. It may be a previous life. Just give me a minute. Okay. So any kind of craving, emotional reactions, automatic reactions, all of these are vasanas. Okay. Now, how do these vasanas form? Okay. We will try and understand. See, initially you do some action, some activity, any action. That is called a karma, kriya, active, action. Okay. Based on that action, you have an experience. So let's, for example, say that a person, we're taking an example of how addictions are getting formed. So let's say that this experience is smoking. So somebody smoked for the first time. Okay. This is called, they took a cigarette, they smoked it, and then they had an experience. For many people, it's not nice. For some people, it is good. They said, oh, I felt very relaxed. Okay. So then what happens is there's a mental note saying that, oh, when you smoke, it feels very relaxing. It feels very nice. Okay. So that is called an impression or a samskara. So you're associating now the act of smoking with a certain kind of feeling. What is that feeling? It's a good feeling. Okay. That good feeling is that samskara or impression. And then after that, what happens is 2-3 times this happens. Some other time somebody again gave a cigarette, you smoked it. Another time somebody again gave you smoked it. Now it's a tendency. The moment I see the cigarette, I say, oh, it's a good, I'm going to feel good. If I want to feel good, I will take a cigarette. So now you start associating this closely. Feel good means cigarette, cigarette means feel good. Okay. This is that vasana now becoming very strong. What is the problem? After some time, even when no matter what happens, you want that it becomes a craving. It becomes a desire. Oh, I want to feel good, so I need a cigarette. So it's not like I feel good after I had the cigarette. I want to feel good, I want the cigarette. You're associating it very closely. And then after some time, it becomes a craving, whether or not I feel good. So now this person who is used to smoke has now got severe bronchitis, lung issues. But he knows now, doctor said, please don't smoke. It's very bad for you. But he doesn't care because that craving is too much. I must have that cigarette no matter what. So from the activity, based on the experience and based on whether we process it to be good or bad, it creates a tendency in it. And that tendency not only creates desire, it creates craving. And so you end up doing the activity again. And this whole thing it's what we call a reinforcing loop. Okay. I'm going to stop over here and I'm going to ask each of you one by one. Okay. Did you understand this? What did you understand from this? So Aishwarya, did you understand this circle? Shraddha, can you unmute? Santosh, are you there? Meghna, Manaswi, Pooja, Prerna. Yes, Aishwarya.
Ma'am, actually, my phone, ma'am, I was washing my hands and my phone was on Bluetooth.
Okay.
Ma'am, I was washing my hand and it was on Bluetooth, but I heard you that you were asking whether you understood vasanas and all. That smoking example you gave right now.
Okay, the smoking example, right? So what we are basically saying is that when you do an activity, there's an association with that, there's a experience. And then we start associating that experience with that activity, whether or not it is true. And sometimes it starts become a craving. Okay. So this is how vasanas become cravings, become habits, become addictions within us. So if we ask what causes addictions, what will we say? Addictions are created through samskaras becoming vasanas. Okay, is this clear to everybody? Okay, thanks for unmuting,
Yes.
Aishwarya. What about the others? I called lots of names. See, this class becomes very difficult to run if there is no
Hello,
feedback. Yes, Manasvi.
ma'am. Actually, we are having network issue in the university, so we
Mhm.
are rejoining. We are rejoining. So, can you give us 5 minutes?
Okay. So who else is there? Who else is on the call? Rutuja, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you look at it, remember we said that everybody is made out of consciousness, right? So if you look at this picture, you have consciousness at the center. Then you're covered with the Sukshma Sharira. The Sukshma Sharira is made out of the Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. And based on that, different kinds of behavior. So what we call Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, and Lobha. What are these? Basically, wanting things, getting angry. Moha is basically addiction and obsession. Okay, Matsarya is jealousy. Madha is basically intoxication, means basically, again, some kind of obsession. Lobha is greed. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Is everybody back on the class? So the vasanas are basically made out of the sattva, rajas, tamas only, and they basically create these kind of tendencies. What tendencies? Anger, greed, all the negative as well as positive behaviors, but the negative behaviors largely are vasana driven. Okay. So how do you know? Now there are two things. When we take an action, let us say that I'm eating something. Am I doing it because I want to eat it, or am I doing it because I have no choice? Okay. I feel craving. Like you might have seen people who say they are chocoholics, addicted to chocolate or addicted to coffee, right? They can't say no. They have to have it. Okay. Addicted to alcohol, bigger problem. Addicted to drugs, even bigger problem. So are you doing things based on some kind of addiction and compulsion, or are you doing things because of your own will? Okay. So when you do it out of your own will, it's called swa ichha, your own will, your own, because your wish. Or are you doing something because you can't help it? Most people, they say it's my wish. I'm drinking because it's my wish. If you ask any alcoholic, no, they'll say, oh, I'm drinking, it is my wish. But if it is really your wish, then you should be able to stop it whenever you want to. They'll say, yes, I can stop it, but I don't want to stop it. basically it means that they don't have control. Because the test of a control is, can you be without it for some time? Can you control your reaction? Can you do the opposite of what you feel like doing? If you can control your reaction, if you can do the opposite of what you feel like doing, then you have your own free will. If you can't, and you're compelled into doing and behaving in a particular way, then it is vasana driven. Is this point clear? Is this example understood by everyone? So why are we discussing this?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Why are we discussing this? We are discussing this because many times in our life, we think we are in control, but we are not actually in control. Okay. I don't want to wake up early. I want to sleep. Basically, you don't have the capability of waking up early. Okay. So many people don't want to admit that they can't do it. They say, oh, I don't feel like doing it. That's why. It's actually not about feeling. It is about the vasana that is controlling you. So for most people, there is a vasana controlling them. I don't want to, I can't sit and concentrate in class. I can't listen to the teacher. I can't sit down and behave. Okay. I can't work for so many hours. All this I can't, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to. Most of these I don't want to's, somewhere there is a vasana inside which is preventing you from it. How do you know? In some cases, people will try and see, can I even do without it? If they can't, then it's a vasana. If they can, then it's free will. So like, for example, addiction is the biggest example. People who are addicted to a substance can't break from that substance. They can't be. They will say, I can do without it, but they can't. In which case it is completely vasana, such a deep vasana that physically they have problem. In some cases, it is not physical issue, but it is at least mentally they'll keep on thinking about it. So we need to be free from our vasanas. Okay. If you're not free of your vasana, the vasana is controlling you. Okay. So I don't like heights, but I should still be able to stand in a tall building if that is something I need to do. Maybe somebody doesn't like animals, but you cannot start screaming the moment you see the animal, right? So if your behavior is like that, compulsive and very erratic, then those are vasana driven. So sometime back, some of you had come and asked me a question about subconscious. I don't remember exactly who had asked me. What is subconscious? So the subconscious is basically vasanas. Whatever we do without our knowledge, without our understanding, whatever we are doing out of compulsion, those are all driven by vasanas. So subconscious behavior is basically driven by vasanas. Any questions over here? Now we'll do an exercise for which you will all need to be unmuted.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I want to see whether you understand this vasanas. 1 second. Can you see my screen now?
No, ma'am.
It should come by now. Is it coming?
It's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So one by one, please look at the questions. Okay. And give me the answer. So each person has to answer. The first one, Meghna. So you need to see whether this is a Vasana or not. Okay. Ramesh checks his phone every few minutes. Meghna, Vasana or not? Pooja, can you answer this?
Yes, ma'am. It is Vasna.
It's Vasana because it's compulsive, right? Meera feels nervous before presenting in class, but she speaks anyway. So, Santosh, is this a Vasana? Manasvi?
No, ma'am. It is not Vasna.
Ha. So, feeling nervous before presenting in class, that is a Vasana. But speaking is basically overcoming that Vasana. Okay? So, the answer is what you said is right. It is not a Vasana. Because even though she feels nervous, which is because of the Vasana, she is speaking. Okay? Aditi studies sincerely because she enjoys understanding concepts. Shraddha?
Not Vasna, ma'am.
Not Vasana. Because
She enjoys learning.
she enjoys, she's doing it, she's, it's now it's a decision, it's conscious. Okay. It's not that Vasanas are bad. Vasanas are basically default behavior. If Meghna is studying because she cannot help it, she can't stop it, she is forced to study, that is a Vasana. But usually Vasanas normally don't work in the positive way, they work in the negative way, usually. Okay. Rahul keeps eating chips late at night, even after he decides not to. Rituja, what do you think? Sorry? Meghna, you've raised your hand.
It's not a Vasna, ma'am.
Rahul keeps eating chips late at night, even after deciding not to. Why is it not a Vasana?
Because I think it's a sensory craving.
The
Like
cravings are Vasanas.
Ma'am, it's a Vasana because people are habitual to it now. As you gave the example of smoking, they are more desperate to have that now.
See, so what you said, Meghna, and that's correct, Aishwarya. See, what you said, Meghna, is that the Vasana, first it starts off with a desire and then it becomes a craving. So the potato chip eating, he decides, I don't want to do it. But still he is doing it. It's a craving. So it is a very strong Vasana. Okay? Does make sense?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to get these concepts clear because, in your exam papers, I will give you these kind of examples like, last time you had that pramanas, right? Choose the correct pramanas. Like that, I'll want you to, check. These are all easy to score where you'll get good marks, multiple choice kind of questions. So you must, be clear on the concepts. Yeah, Shraddha.
Ma'am, once again in short, can you please explain
Which one? This cycle?
Vasna?
Okay. Vasana basically, anytime I experience something. So let us say I did an act, I did something. What did I do? Someone gave me a cigarette. I'm giving the same example. Okay. I smoked it and I felt relaxed, very nice. Okay. So the smoking the cigarette is the action, karma. And that experience, oh, it is very nice. I feel very relaxed. That is the experience. Okay. So I smoked a cigarette. I felt very relaxed. Now, then in my mind, it has got registered. Oh, smoking means relaxation. That is what we call a samskara or impression. So now in my mind, it means that relaxation equals to smoking, smoking equals to relaxation. That is an impression. Now, multiple times I've started smoking, 3-4 times. Okay, every time I feel happy. That impression has become very strong. It has like got engraved inside my head. This is now a vasana. It's a tendency. So earlier I smoke and then feel good. Now to feel good, I smoke. Okay. Because I want to feel good, I smoke. I can feel good in so many other ways. I can feel good exercising. I can feel good listening to music. No, I want to feel good through that smoking. That connection is what I want, that connection, that tendency. So that is the vasana. And then there is now a desire. So the desire is no longer for feeling good. The desire is for the smoking. Okay? Because I think that smoking makes me feel happy. I'm forgetting now about feeling happy. I only want to have the smoking. Because that correlation is there in my head. This is the ichcha. And it becomes a complete craving. I must have the cigarette. If I don't have the cigarette, I'll not be happy. Okay? This is the case of all these drug addicts. The first time they have that drugs, okay, they have a good experience. They feel happy. They feel relaxed, which is what drugs does to you. And immediately it forms a samskara or impression. Immediately, very quickly, it becomes a vasana and it becomes ichcha and craving. So this is the cycle of vasanas. Is this clear now, Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am. It is repeated and in continuous.
Yes. So what
Like,
happens is craving, because of the craving, you will take it again. Again, the anubhava, samskara, vasana, it just continues. It's a loop, It keeps reinforcing. And the issue that they tell us is that, some people automatically very easily go towards bad habits. Some people have some resistance towards bad habits. You would have seen that amongst your own friend circle. Some people very quickly will, get into trouble. Some people think a lot before they do. Our tradition believes that these are samskaras which have come from the past lives also. Okay. So these vasanas and samskaras are not only of the current, this life. They say that if you are a drug addict in this current life, next time you take birth also, chances are you will be like that only. Okay. So what they're basically telling us is that your past behavior influences your future behavior. Okay. And the vasanas are the key to it. So forget about past lives and future lives. In this current life only, whatever behavior of mine is not happening, I should get rid of it. So vasanas which are not helping me, I should identify them and get rid of them. What could those be vasanas? They could be laziness. They could be addiction to certain things. There could be certain behavior patterns, always getting jealous of somebody or always thinking negative, or basically having low, self-esteem. All those things are vasanas. Okay. Any questions over here? Is this clear? Yeah, is there a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I've given this list of, we'll discuss them point by point, okay, in the class very quickly. So I would like whoever feels like it, please shout out the answers. Okay, I'll go one by one. I would like you all to participate in this. I'll give you all about 5 to 10 seconds to answer. So we need to check whether it's a vasana or not, right? So the last one we saw, Rahul eats chips late at night, even after he decides not to. So he's decided not to, but he can't stop himself because it's a craving. So it is a vasana. Priya feels angry at her sibling, but decides to talk calmly. Is this a vasana?
No, ma'am.
No. Because even though she's angry, she's not immediately reacting. Feeling angry and simply shouting without thinking, that would be a vasana. But feeling angry, stopping, thinking, and then talking calmly, that's not. Okay. So Neil argues every time someone disagrees with him. This is a vasana?
Vasana.
Yes. I have to be right always, no matter what. I only have to be right. Those are all vasanas. Okay. So some people you will see, they'll argue with their teachers, they'll argue with their boss. Wherever they should not be arguing, even there they will argue. They can't help themselves. Okay. So then they will say, oh, I did not get this promotion because my boss doesn't like that I speak openly. No, it's not about speaking openly. You don't know what to speak and when to speak. Okay. So when you don't know what to speak and when to speak, that's a vasana. Okay. So the most important thing for all of us is to actually start observing ourselves. What are our vasanas? Okay. What is it that I do which I don't have any control. Sometimes we can't identify. So you should talk to your friends actually. It's a good exercise for you, not for this class. Make a list of things. Ask your friends, hey, what is it that I do which is very irritating, which I'm not aware of? Like, I'll give you an example. I have a tendency of tapping pens in meetings, always, like this, like this. This is a glasses. But in meetings, I'll keep on tapping my pen like this. And it's very annoying for people. Oh, I'll keep clicking, okay? And someone came and told me, hey, you always clicking this, yeah, it's very distracting. Then I realized, oh, when I'm thinking, no, I keep doing this clicking. It is a vasana, okay? The moment you are aware of it, then you can start stopping it. Every time you see it, oh, so now I keep these things away from me so that I don't keep on pressing it, okay? So like that, we'll have many, many, many small things which we are not aware of. These are all vasanas. And throughout your life, one thing you should try to do is identify them and remove them. Because we should be in complete control of ourselves. Whatever we do, we should do consciously. Okay. So Kavya feels jealous of a friend's marks, but uses it as motivation. Is this vasana or not?
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
Feeling jealous, yes. But she uses it as motivation. She is not feeling jealous and saying something nasty. No. She's using it to make herself more. So this is positive rajas. Feeling jealous of the marks is rajas. But then making it, using that to motivate yourself and to be better. So this is a positive use of rajas. Okay. This is not vasana. Okay. Aman buys new gadgets whenever he's bored. Online shopping.
It's vasana.
It's a vasana, right? Online shopping, all the scrolling that we do, this YouTube shorts. YouTube and social media is designed to keep on increasing the vasanas. All social media is basically vasana only. Tara meditates every morning regardless of mood.
It is not vasana.
This is an example of actually positive vasana. Okay. So this is a very positive vasana, which has become habit. So even positive habits are vasanas. Okay. So she's doing it every morning, no matter what she feels. So you can say this both ways. You can say that this is her determination. This is her determination. That is one way, which is also correct. Sometimes it's a positive vasana. Like some people, they'll not feel good until they've done a jog. Have you seen many of these joggers? They'll not feel satisfied until they've had a jog. That is an example of a positive vasana. Is this confusing you? So not all vasanas are negative, okay? We should not think that all vasanas are negative. Although the answer, I'm not sure, the answer might be wrong. I'll check it over here. The next slide.
Ma'am, the example which you gave right now about the vasana of jogging. So, ma'am, this if they are using it as a positive, they are saying they are getting pleasure. Or if they don't jog, they don't feel satisfied.
Correct.
So this is not a vasana in that case.
No, it is also a vasana actually. Okay. So in
Okay.
fact, in fact, it is also a vasana. That is the reason why in these gurukulas and all, at a very young age itself, they make children do certain things. Okay. Every day in the evening, you should do this. Every day in the evening, you should do this. They try to create positive vasanas. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is that even habits are also vasanas. Okay. But there is a certain amount, but to get to the habit stage, you need to use free will. So this is not a habit that can happen so easily. This is a habit that comes after some time. Like some people, I don't know if you have seen your mother's and grandmother's generation. They'll not eat food without taking a bath. Have you met such people? They'll not eat. They'll say, oh, no, I can't eat food until I've taken a bath. Because that habit has gone into their head so much that they don't feel clean only. They can't put their hand in the food and eat it because they don't feel clean. These are also vasanas, but these are positive vasanas. Okay? Yeah, Santosh. You have a question? Please unmute and ask.
Fifth one, can we repeat, ma'am?
Arjun mocks the teacher to make his friends laugh.
Yes.
That one? Yeah. So, he's making fun of the teacher always. Basically, there's such people are, there'll be people who make fun of others. Why do they do it? Because he wants to hear his friends. He wants to, he wants that validation from his friends. Okay. His friends laugh. He feels very important. So he looks for opportunities to make his friends laugh. And he'll even make fun of the teacher also. These are all vasanas only. He's not understanding why he's doing such things because it's not helping him, right? But because he feels, so, these are all psychological behaviors. You'll find people, like say, some people will spend money just to make their friends happy. These are also, vasanas. They're not aware that they are, why they are doing it. What is the main reason they're doing it? Okay. They don't realize that they're trying to gain a friendship of people through these behaviors. You should not actually try to make anybody like you. People will like you if they want to like you. You should not try to win them over with this kind of, this kind of behavior, right? But anybody who does something like that, it is basically some kind of subconscious behavior which he's not aware of. Does that make sense? So, Santosh, have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See,
Yes.
mocking the teacher, you don't like the teacher, you're mocking the teacher, that's different. You're mocking the teacher because your friends laugh. And when your friends laugh, you feel, I'm so smart now, I made everybody laugh. Okay. So that is very common. We'll see a lot of people like that. They don't realize why they are doing it. Okay. And then one day somebody will hear, some principal will hear, somebody will hear, and they'll get called up and they'll get into trouble. Right? So if you're not able to control your actions because, you want certain things. So though that's a vasana. So in this case, what is the vasana in this example? I associate making fun of others with feeling like a very intelligent person. If I make fun of them, then I am intelligent. If I make fun of them, then people like me. That is the association. Okay? What we call validation. So we'll take a break over here. It's 2:30, 2:32. Can we all come back in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep your Zoom or whatever on, and we'll start again at 2:40. We'll start the class. I'll keep this going. Okay. Take a 7-minute break. Everyone back? So let me do one thing. Let's do a small quiz. Are you all able to see this quiz?
Progress.
I'll wait till everybody finishes just to see whether you're all awake at your desks, paying attention. Okay. So only 4 people have joined. So I'm going to end the quiz. Let it run for 2 minutes.
Ma'am, I'm not able to see the quiz.
Who is speaking? Prerna.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just log out and log back in?
Okay, ma'am.
I logged in just now on another phone and I'm able to see it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Rituja, able to see now?
Ma'am, that all Vasana wala is means it is visible. That
Yes.
pole is not visible.
Pole is not visible? Okay. It is visible to others. Maybe something wrong at your end. We'll check it out later. Okay. So I'm
But I
ending.
submitted, ma'am, that pole.
Oh, you submitted. If you submitted, you won't see it again.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm ending the poll. Just look at the results. So it's very simple. No, I think all of you got it right. Okay. So definitely, so both guna and karma is varna. Okay. Varna is based on both your nature or behavior, which is guna, which is the 3 gunas, and also based on the kind of activity you do. So guna and karma, okay, is basically varna. And ashrama is based on the stage of life. Okay, so this is just to see whether you all understood this concept or not. Okay, you all saw this? Can you see the answers? Correct answer? It's coming on your screen? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So that's just to kind of, see whether you guys are there or not. So I think you understood vasanas. I can give you a set of exercises to check out vasanas to understand this concept further. We'll go to the next concept. Okay. So when we do some activity, on what basis do we act? How do we decide what to do? There are two ways in which we can act. Okay. One is called Shreyas and the other is called Prayas. Prayas means what makes me feel happy. Prayas comes from the word Priya. Priya means जो पसंद है. Okay. जो हमको पसंद है वो हमारे लिए प्रिय है. So prayas मतलब जो प्रिय है, जो पसंद है, जो अच्छा लगता है. So if we do things which makes us feel good, that is basically sensory comfort, indulgence, short-term satisfaction. Okay. That is prayas. So somebody gave, offered me an ice cream and I ate it. That's prayas. Even though I had a cold. Okay. So prayas is what is short-term, makes you feel good, which you like, but may not necessarily be good for you long-term. Shreyas is जो श्रेय है, सबसे अच्छा, सबसे ऊपर, okay, the best. That is Shreyas. Shreyas is not only what is good for you, but what is good for everyone. Okay. So Shreyas is basically all the tough things that we do in life, all the tough decisions that we take, keeping in mind not only ourselves and as well as others. That is Shreyas, which leads to ultimate welfare. So not going for a movie, but using the time to study, or skipping on something in order to enjoy later on. Okay. Saving money instead of spending it so that you can have a better future. Okay. Those things are what we call Shreyas. So Shreyas is basically deferred satisfaction. I'm not going to go for immediate satisfaction. I'll do it later. Prayas is basically whatever is right now good and comforting, which makes me feel good, but may not be necessarily good for me. It just makes me feel good. Okay. So can you guess which is based on vasanas and which is not based on vasanas? If I act on prayers, am I under the influence of vasanas or not?
Yes, you are under influence, ma'am,
Yes.
in that case, because it is giving you sensory comfort,
Sensory comfort.
indulgence.
Correct.
Yeah, it is you are getting addicted to it.
So mind will make you go towards prayers. Our manas is in such a way that it makes us go towards prayers. Shreyas is sometimes more difficult because Shreyas is like immediately doesn't sound good. Long term, it will be good. If somebody says stay up whole night and study, it doesn't feel good, but you know that yeah, ye to karna padega, right? That is the Shreyas. Okay, so Shreyas is where you are overcoming the vasanas. The vasana is always towards prayers. Shreyas is actually will be mostly opposite to the vasanas. Unless you have developed such strong positive vasanas, most of us don't. Okay, most of our vasanas are self-indulgent only. Okay, like somebody says wake up in the morning and run 5 kilometers. 99% of people will say no, they are all prayers. 1% of the population who is such a energetic runner, for him Shreyas and prayers are the same. You understood? Because the vasana is so positive, vasana is so strong that Shreyas itself looks like prayers. So the trick of the game is that try to make things which are good for you also feel good. Try to have positive association with things which are good. Like some people are naturally, inclined towards most people enjoy fast food because fast food has additives which make the food taste better. Okay. If you go to this McDonald's, KFC and all these places now, they put something in the food flavoring which creates addiction. Okay. So you end up choosing it. So it becomes prayers. You go for it. Now, if you can create a vasana so strong saying that, oh, the moment I see McDonald's, I feel like vomiting. Okay. If you can create that kind of a vasana, then it will help you destroy and get rid of all the cravings. So the idea is that can you create opposite kind of vasanas, or can you create vasanas which are helping you rather than are against you? So replace existing craving vasanas with a different type of vasana which is aligned to your goal. Does this make sense? How many of you understood this point?
Yes, ma'am, it makes sense. But ma'am, is it possible to turn it out in negative because we are very much attracted to it?
It can become rigidity. So see, that's why we have to be careful, right? That is why we have to become careful, because vasanas always keep us out of control. That is the thing about vasana, that you start doing things out of control. Like for example, you see some people are so rigid, especially older generation. ओ मेरा जो पूजा पाठ नहीं होता है तो ये मत हो, ये नहीं हो सकता, वो नहीं हो सकता है, they become very rigid. So any kind of
Ma'am,
vasana, yeah,
like some aged people don't like to change on technology basis, most probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can call that vasanas. We can call that fear also, because they are literally afraid. So the thing is that whatever prevents you from being in that moment and choosing correctly for that moment, that is not good for you. Okay. We can never decide pehle se ki only this is right and only this is wrong. We need to be flexible enough to do what is correct for that moment. See, sometimes you need to do good things. Sometimes you need to do, difficult things, right? So you need to always be flexible enough to tune your approach for the right thing. So that flexibility, if you can't do, that is when it creates problem for you. You should be able to decide how you want to act. Okay. Now, what I talked about, this creating opposite kind of reactions, is basically when you want to get out of the vasana. So many people will say they'll go and they'll train, they'll keep telling themselves, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke. So that the moment they see the cigarette, instead of feeling good, they now start feeling negative. So that is the opposite, right? But essentially, the mind naturally chooses prayers only. And Shreyas is something that we can choose only when we understand what is good and what is bad. So Shreyas requires the use of the buddhi or the intellect. And prayers is how manas chooses. I told you manas and buddhi na dono hai. तो मनस का मतलब हमेशा प्रेयस ही आएगा. अगर बुद्धि है और बुद्धि अच्छा वाला बुद्धि, सद्बुद्धि होता है, तभी हम श्रेयस को चूज कर सकते हैं. Any doubts in this?
No.
See, there'll be negative people also who will choose. सब सोच के they will say नहीं, I know this is wrong, but फिर भी मुझे यही करना है. जानबूझ के प्रेयस ही चूज करते हैं. ऐसे लोग भी हैं, उनका कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. Okay. So why should we choose Shreyas and not prayers? Because later on problems will come. So for example, when you are young at 19, 20, 21, you are not, many young people, no, I'm not saying you all, but many young people are not bothered too much about studies, job, responsibility. When the parents say, don't do this, don't do that, please study, focus on your education, pass your degree, they'll be like, yaar, kya bore kar raha hai? Okay. Because they are choosing prayers. Now, later on, the same people at 35, what is the difference between a 20-year-old and a 35-year-old? In 18, 20, your parents are there to support you. So you can do whatever you want, and the parents are still there to help you out if you get into trouble. Once you're past 30s, then your parents become old. They can't do much for you. You're on your own. And you have people depending on you, children, spouses, etc. You can no longer do whatever you feel like because there's no safety net. So that is when they will understand Shreyas. Are yaar, I should not have done this. I should have done this. So Shreyas is something that you choose keeping in mind your future, keeping in mind what is good for others. Okay. And Shreyas is something that you will understand only with experience. Is this point clear? So simple thing, Shreyas versus Preyas. Okay. What is ultimately good for you and what feels good right now? What is for long-term growth and well-being? What is immediate gratification? Shreyas means that you to choose Shreyas, you need discipline and wisdom. But Preyas automatically, Vasana driven is Preyas. Okay. Vasanas will determine the Preyas mostly. So studying instead of scrolling on your phone, that is Shreyas. Preyas is choosing junk food. Okay. Exercising regularly, that is Shreyas. I'll do it tomorrow. That is Preyas. Acting ethically even when it's difficult, that is Shreyas. Sometimes you have to tell, maine hi kiya, galti maine hi kiya. You know you'll get into trouble, somebody will scold you, but you're choosing honesty. Okay. That is Shreyas. Despite the difficulty, you're choosing to do the right thing. Preyas basically means addictions, evasions, getting out of trouble. That is Preyas. Any doubts over here? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Why are we doing this? Why are we talking Shreyas and Preyas? Because in our culture now, there is nothing called good and bad. Good and bad nahi hai. We are not saying कि हमेशा सच बोलो, हमेशा झूठ नहीं बोलो. We are not saying that. कभी-कभी झूठ भी बोलना पड़ता है. Okay. Like you saw in Mahabharata. Anybody remembers the story? Ki they wanted to kill Drona. So Yudhishthira said, Ashwathama Gajaha. The Ashwathama, the elephant, died. Okay. Because then what happened? Dronacharya, who all doesn't know the story? Put your hands up. I'll tell the story. So Dronacharya was the teacher of both the Kauravas and Pandavas. And in the war, in the Mahabharata war, the Kauravas and Pandavas, the cousins, they're fighting with each other. So Dronacharya was everybody's teacher. So the Pandavas liked him very much, but he was on the opposite side. Okay. And he was fighting on behalf of the Kauravas and they couldn't defeat him because he was a very big warrior. So then Krishna only gave the suggestion. This is the God, Lord Krishna. He said, you go and tell, there was an elephant called Ashwathama. Dronacharya's son is also called Ashwathama. So they said, tell Ashwathama is dead. And then Dronacharya will get very demotivated. When he's demotivated, then you can overpower him and you can defeat him. So they killed this elephant called Ashwathama because, Yudhishthira says, I cannot tell blatant lie. So they said, no, you tell anyway. It's for the good of everybody because Dronacharya was killing so many Pandavas, warriors. So they said, we have to defeat him. So Yudhishthira basically told Dronacharya, Ashwathama is dead, has been killed. And Dronacharya first didn't believe. Then he went to Yudhishthira and said, you never lie. You tell me, is Ashwathama dead? So then he said, yes, Ashwathama, the elephant is dead. But he didn't say elephant loudly. He said softly. And Dronacharya got very dejected and he, demotivated. And in that moment, they were able to overpower him and defeat him and he died. And because of that, the war, became more in Pandava's favor. Now, this is bad, right? Telling a lie is bad. But still, they said that lie in a way that it will help the Pandavas win and reduce the destruction for their army. So the lie was good for them. Okay. So for Yudhishthira, he doesn't like to lie. So for him, Preyas is truth. Preyas is not lying. It was difficult for him to tell the lie, but he still did it because long-term benefit he was getting. So what we are saying over here is that in our tradition, there's nothing called absolutely good and absolutely bad. What is good for one person is bad for another person. What is bad for one person is good for another person. We can only look based on our situation. In our situation, myself, my family, my society, my country, what is Shreyas? So what is Shreyas for India will not be Shreyas for Pakistan. What is Shreyas for USA will not be Shreyas for, let's say, Russia, okay, or Iran. So there's nothing called absolutely good and absolutely bad. But for our situation, what is good and what is bad, that is what Shreyas and Prayas tells us. Is this point clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will discuss something called dharma also. But what we are
Ma'am,
basically trying to say is कि अपना situation का देखना पड़ेगा. Okay. I hope I've not confused you all. Is anybody confused by
yes.
what I said?
No, ma'am. So, ma'am, but we are learning all this because it is just a way of life. Something is bad, but something is good also. Both is
Correct.
need to be followed.
Correct. So, for example, you'll take a job. Okay. Now, let's say you join a job and you have two bosses, senior boss and junior boss. Junior boss, you talk to every day. Senior boss is somebody else. Now, your junior boss has told you to do something which you know is wrong. Okay. And you know the senior boss will not like it. Should you do it or not? These kind of situations you will come. So prayers will be that junior boss जो बोल रहा है वही करो, नहीं तो बार बार वो डांटते रहेगा. Shreyas would be to get the courage and go to the senior boss and say कि ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है, ये सही है क्या? Okay. Now those kind of decisions, in order to take such decisions, you need to have some kind of framework, right? People will say, so are you doing the right thing? Is what you're doing correct for everybody? Those kind of things, in order to understand, that is why we need to know what is Shreyas and what is Prayas. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. So let's do some exercises. So waking up early to study even though you feel sleepy. This is Shreyas or Prayas?
Shreyas.
Yeah. Skipping study to watch a late night movie with friends.
Prayas.
Prayas. Telling the truth even if it makes you unpopular.
Shreyas.
Shreyas. Saying what others want to hear to avoid a conflict.
Prayas.
Prayas. Eating a balanced meal even if it's not exciting.
Shreyas.
Prayas. Overeating sweets because they taste good.
Prayas.
Prayas. Prayas. Apologizing to a friend after realizing your mistake.
Shreyas.
Shreyas. Shreyas. Because you made a mistake, you realized it, you take responsibility and you apologize. All of this is like not easy to do, but you'll save that friendship, right? So that's Shreyas. Ignoring a conflict and pretending nothing happened. Prayas. Practicing, yes, prayers. Practicing mindfulness instead of endless scrolling.
Shreyas.
Shreyas. Checking your phone every few minutes out of habit.
Prayas.
Reading deeply, prayers. Reading deeply to understand a subject's principles.
Shreyas.
Prayers. Memorizing answers just to pass an exam.
Shreyas.
Prayers. Many people do that. They don't understand. समझ में नहीं आया, उसको मत करो. Right? Nowadays, these kind of things are not possible. Exercising regularly, although it feels tiring. Prayers. Skipping exercise to relax on the couch. Prayers. Helping a
Prayers.
colleague succeed, even if it means extra work. Shreyas.
Prayas.
Helping a colleague, because even if it means extra work. Yeah. So Shreyas, because extra work, helping others. Shreyas is always focused towards more other people. In order to do Shreyas, what kind of gunas do you think we need? Will tamas help?
Sattva.
Yeah.
Sattva.
You need more sattva. Okay. In order to choose Shreyas, you need more sattva. Tamas will definitely take you towards prayers. Even Rajas will take you somewhat towards prayers. 100% tamas will go only towards prayers. So that is the difference between sattva, rajas and tamas. So that is why we give a lot of importance to sattva. Because in sattva, you will be able to choose the right decision. You will be able to make the right kind of decision. Okay? Okay, so more of them are there. I'll give this to you all. Take a look at it. So the third concept we will study today. What is it that we studied? We said, first of all, what makes me choose? How do I choose things? I choose it based on my vasanas. Okay? Vasanas are there in me. They have come because of my life experiences. The vasanas have created certain association. I think in a particular way. And because of my vasana, I tend to go towards prayers. However, many times Shreyas is the right answer. So decision making automatically happens because of vasana, but the correct decision usually will be against the vasana, which is where Shreyas and prayers come. Is this part clear? Are we clear till now what we have done conceptually? We are basically talking about how do we take decisions. Okay. We take decisions subconsciously because of our vasanas. And those decisions automatically go towards prayers. But we need to go towards Shreyas. So we have to overcome the vasana. Correct? So one who can overcome the vasana, that is called a Jitendriya. Indriya ko jeet karne wala. Somebody who is able to win over his Indriyas. He is Jitendriya. So मेरा इंद्रिया बोल रहा है कि बहुत गर्मी है, आइसक्रीम अच्छा लग रहा है, उसको खाओ. Somebody else, I'm in my late 40s, so somebody else is also saying, नहीं मत खाओ, your sugar levels are high. Okay. So that ability to process extra information in order to prevent me from doing what I want to do, whatever I feel like doing, that is Jitendriya. What is the Indriyas? Whatever a sense organ. So sense organs will take us towards what we like. We want to watch things that we enjoy. We want to listen to things we like. We want to listen to people telling good things about us, not bad things. That is why, they say, you should choose your friends. People who, correctly, people who tell you sweet things all the time, they may not be your right friends, because a real friend will also tell you, they will also scold you when you need to, right? But some people don't like those who tell the truth. So they drop those kind of friends. They only go and associate with people who say good things about them. So that is basically the ears being affected, right? Similarly, people only go in places which, they want to see things which are only, enjoyable for them. They want to, most of the time, it's the tongue, the skin, the eyes, and the mind. Okay. Whatever gives me pleasure, I want to go only towards that. So Indriyas is not just the 5 Indriyas. It's not just the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. It is also the Karmendriyas, okay? Hands, feet, organs of excretion, reproduction. Those are also the Indriyas, okay? And the mind is the Indriya, mind also, okay? So Jitendriya means one who has mastered all of this, the sense organs as well as the mind. So one who is able to take decisions despite what he feels, despite what he enjoys. That is a Jitendriya. So why is this important? Because in leadership, in our shastras, in our texts, the first sign of leadership is, do you have self-control? If you don't have self-control, you cannot be a leader. Why? Because if you don't have self-control, people can use that to exploit you.
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard of honey trapping and things like that? Sting operations? What do they do? They will find somebody who is very high up, very powerful. They will see what is his weakness. Oh, these people, they like to drink and party. Okay. These people, they like to have girlfriends. So they will understand what is these people they like to gamble. So they'll understand what is the weakness and they will trap them. Okay. and they will basically then use that against them. So powerful people who can't control their senses will become easily controlled by others who understand their weakness. Has anybody heard about the Epstein files?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened over there? Some very, very important, powerful people were brought to an island, okay? And then they participated in some very bad activities, okay? Some of them may not,
Pedophiles.
pedophiles, yes. And some of them may not have done it, may not have realized it, okay? And some of them might have done it purposely. But they did not have that understanding to say कि मुझे नहीं आना है. Okay? They were not able to distance themselves. So they all got trapped and they all have a bad name. And some of them deserve that bad name. Some of them may not deserve it. We don't know because they just came to the island. We don't know what they did. Okay? But the fact is that they could not control their senses. They could not control their behavior. They did not have self-control. They could not say no. Even after they came back, they didn't do the right thing. If they saw such horrible things, the good people should have come back and reported. Many of them did not do it. Okay. So if you don't control your senses, and if you are very easily susceptible to these kind of things, then people will control you. And most of these people were actually under the control of Epstein. Okay. So what we are saying is that the first sign of leadership is to have self-control. If you don't have self-control, you're not a leader. And one who has self-control, usko hum Jitendriya bolte hain. Okay? Is this concept clear to all of you? So it is very simple.
Yes, ma'am.
Mind is there. Using the mind, I take decisions. Mind is controlled by what? Vasana. Okay. Vasana ke karan, Vasana influences the mind. So ये वासना तो पहले से है, मतलब पैदा होते ही हमारे पास वासना आ जाते हैं. Okay. And फिर उसके बाद as we are growing up, we develop more vasanas. If our parents are very strict, then we will not have too many negative vasanas. But if the parents are a little bit relaxed, chalo bachcha, jo karna hai karo, okay, then more vasanas will get created. All right. And what those vasanas will do, they will choose prayers over shreyas. Okay. So when the parents are very lenient, okay, koi baat nahi, so jao extra, koi baat nahi. वो थोड़ा prayers or shreyas. So now we are grown up and we are so used to choosing prayers and not shreyas. Okay. So how do we bring back that control? Because you can do things when you're younger, but how do you bring back things in control today? How do you stop using your phone all the time? How do you stop using social media all the time? Because what are social media, phone, Netflix, what is all of this? It is all vasana, creation of vasana, and it is movement towards prayers. How many of you waste your time scrolling on YouTube? You don't have to answer this question. All of us do. Okay, even me. So the current world that we are leading in, everything that we see around us is designed to make us to create new vasanas which help others. Netflix creates vasanas so that we'll stick to their platform. Okay, YouTube creates vasanas so that we'll stick to their platform. Everybody is using vasanas to control us. So the way to come out, and because of that, we are choosing prayers and not shreyas. We are hooked on the phone, we are not doing our work. We are hooked on to junk food, we are not eating right. We are hooked on to watching TV, etc. We are not exercising. So we are not doing what is right for us because the vasanas, who's controlling the vasanas? Other people are installing it in us. So what do we need to do? We need to be in control ourselves. We need to learn how to be a Jitendriya. Are you seeing how one is leading to the other? Is it clear? So we are not saying control your senses because the
Yes.
Shastras say. No, we are not saying because of the Shastras. If you control your senses, then you know what is the right decision and you will be able to choose it. Because the vasanas, even if you know the right decision, vasana will prevent you from choosing it. You have to overcome the vasanas. Only then you can choose Shreyas. And to overcome the vasana, you need to be a Jitendriya. How do you be a Jitendriya? We will discuss that in the next class. Okay? Is this clear now to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, self-discipline, emotional balance, acting thoughtfully, not acting impulsively, choosing not to overeat. So basically, anybody who chooses Shreyas over Preyas, okay, anybody who's overruling the Vasana, that is a Jitendriya. So they are all interlinked, okay, they are all interlinked concept. If you have understood Vasana well, you will understand Shreyas and Preyas also well. If you have understood Shreyas and Preyas also well, you will understand Jitendriya. Vasana is what is controlling you. Shreyas and Preyas is how do you choose to act. And Jitendriya is the one who is successfully acted against the Vasana. Okay. So they're all linked to each other.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So let's look at some examples. So Meera skips her morning meditation because she wants to finish one more episode of her favorite series. This is what? Jitendriya or not Jitendriya?
Not Jitendra.
Not Jitendriya, right? Because you're still controlled by Netflix Vasana. So
Yes, ma'am.
Arjun enjoys good food, but stops eating when he feels food. It feels full even if more is served.
Jitendriya.
Jitendra.
Jitendriya. Yeah, because once he's stopped feeling hungry, he stops eating. That's moderation, right? Kavya snaps at her colleagues, but later on reflects and apologizes.
Jitendra.
Yeah.
Jitendriya.
Basically, snapping is wrong. That is Vasana. If she can control the snapping, she's even more of a Jitendriya. But at least she's able to think calmly and apologize. Okay, so that much is Jitendriya. Some people won't even do that. Even when they know they are wrong, they will, try to justify.
Yes, ma'am.
So Rohit checks his phone constantly, even during conversations. Jitendriya or not?
Not.
Not Jitendriya.
Not Jitendriya. Suma is offered a bribe but refuses it politely, knowing it conflicts with her values.
Jitendra.
Jitendriya.
Jitendriya. Ramesh cannot resist gossiping and feels restless without social drama.
Not
Not
Jitendriya.
Jitendra.
Not
Right?
Jitendra.
So Asha enjoys music but can sit silently for long periods after
Jitendriya.
listening. Jitendriya. You like
Jitendra.
music, but some people they'll say, no, I cannot study without music. Right? Many people say that. I can't study without music. Why? You should be able to control your senses. No, I can only concentrate if there's music. So that means you're dependent on it. Right? So Dave gets angry when
Not
plans
Jitendriya.
change. Gets angry. So not Jitendriya.
Not
Neela,
Jitendra.
Neela posts every meal on social media for validation. So even before eating, you're posting, not Jitendriya.
Not Jitendriya.
Not Jitendra.
You always need likes, right?
Hmm.
Always need likes. Vivek takes pleasure in gardening and says it quietens his mind.
Jitendriya.
Jitendra.
So he is doing what he likes. He is enjoying it. So this is an example where Preyas and Shreyas are the same. Get it? Okay. So his Preyas Shreyas has become his Preyas in the last case. Are you all able to understand this? Any doubt? Any confusion over here?
No.
Okay. So I don't want to take up any new topic today because we have done 3 heavy topics. Any doubts over here? Shraddha, you're just putting a thumbs up.
No doubt.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I need a help regarding the notes. Can we share until the things we have studied?
How do I
Because
share
it's
it?
quite lengthy.
I have asked Vaishnavi ji to give me your email IDs for everybody so that I can mail it to you after every class. Okay.
So, ma'am, you didn't got the email IDs yet.
No, I don't have all your email IDs. I don't.
Okay, ma'am. Once we will also request you, ma'am, because she is not taking up my call since morning.
I spoke to her. I've sent her and Sanjay ji a mail also. Okay. I've asked for all your email IDs. Then after the class, I'll just send this PPT, right? And there are a lot of exercises
Right.
which I've created. I'll give you those exercises also. You can try it out and call me. Okay. So I understand there are a lot of notes and I don't want to keep it. The thing is that it's easier if I either put it in if you have a shared folder, I can put it in the shared folder. Okay. Or if you have a mail ID, I can give it in the mail ID. There's no option for me to do this. What do your other teachers do?
Ma'am, they have a Google Classroom. On that, they upload all the notes. And the
This is,
one and Teams group is also there. On that, also the notes are circulated by Snehal, ma'am. Two things we are following.
okay.
Very few teachers
Hmm.
use WhatsApp. Only one of our sir uses a WhatsApp group that is
I
official
don't want to
digital
use
marketing.
WhatsApp either. So if there's Teams, Teams group or Microsoft, Teams link or something like that, then you send it to me and I will upload it in that. Okay. So can one of you
Okay.
take the responsibility, Aishwarya? Can you talk to Vaishnavi ji and sort it out?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Then by next class, you let me know what you want me to do and I will start uploading it. Okay. After
Sure,
everything.
ma'am. I'll try to call her and I'll ping her a message and will give a follow up to you in next class or on
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
I've
I have
also
your
sent.
number.
Yeah, please. Yes, that's correct. I've also, sent her basically an email on this. Okay. So I've asked her for everybody's email ID. So if Teams is better, then I'll put it on Teams. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. One more reminder that, ma'am, for attendance, you can take the screenshot of the this Zoom attendees.
Yeah, I will take anyway the attendance right now.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so I've taken a screenshot. Let's do the attendance now. Because sometimes people will say they were there, they are not there, they came, they went, right? So for that, I'm also physically taking attendance. Okay.
Right, ma'am. Right.
But anyway, Teams will show me who is there and who is not there. So today's date. Seventh. One second. I just want to make sure we spend the whole time because since this is online, and we started, I think, almost 10 minutes late. So I will end only at 3:30. So Meghna is there.
Present, ma'am.
Rutuja is there. Prithvi Raj, I didn't see. Sri Krishna, I didn't see. Suraj, I didn't see. Vineet, I didn't see. Abhishek, was he there? Abhishek also, I didn't see. What is wrong with the boys in the class? Pooja,
Ma'am,
yes, is
they're out of
present.
station.
Out of station. Why?
I don't know, ma'am. They're on some holiday.
It's like a official holiday or it's like
Ma'am, they might have planned. I also saw someone's status when I'm saying all this.
okay. Okay, Mayur is also absent. Aishwarya is present. Bharat is also absent. Santosh is present. Dhaval is absent. Rehan is absent. Shraddha is present.
Ma'am,
Kedar
I'm
is
present.
Dhaval is present. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. Kedar is
Yes, ma'am,
absent.
present.
Kedar
Present,
is
ma'am.
also present. Suddenly everybody is coming in end. Okay. Kedar is present. Prerna is present. Savari is absent, right? She said she's not well or something. Yash is absent. And Manasvi present. Sangam is absent, right? Okay, any doubts on anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Are you able to understand, follow everything that we are discussing? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
If you have,
ma'am.
if you have any questions, just let me know. We can end the class. I'll meet you all again on Thursday.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.